Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to class. Class is in session. My name is Ashley, and I'm also known as Hair DNA on Instagram. And today I'm here to teach a color class. In today's class, we will be doing foiling techniques and balayage. And on the canvas I will be using today, she is 100% virgin hair, and the level we are starting at is between a level 3-4, which is great for us to do this today. So my model, her name is Quantera, and now what we're going to do is we're going to perform our consultation. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so good morning, Miss Quantera. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm amazing. It's nice to see you today.
Thank you. I'm excited.
I'm excited as well. First, do you have virgin hair?
Yes.
So when I ask you, is your hair virgin, that means you never had a rinse, a box color at home, henna, any of that, right?
No.
And I'm asking these questions because even if it's 20 years ago, if this the same hair on your head, hair holds memory.
Okay.
So I'm asking these questions so that we won't waste time with just applying color to your hair, because we know that color does not lift color. So you're sure you don't have anything present, right?
Correct.
Okay. And today, what are you looking for?
To be honest, I just want to brighten up my face.
Okay.
And I just want to add some dimension. I'm just tired of it looking flat and
Okay.
dull.
Okay. And what do you do?
So I do hair as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So when you say that you want to try color, what are you thinking? Do you want your hair to talk, whisper, or scream?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so when I say talk, I mean you want that when you walk into the place, people, they might say, oh, I like your hair.
Okay.
Or do you want it to be a whisper? They might whisper, oh, you see her hair?
Like subtle
It's
color.
subtle, like
Okay.
it's nice. Or do you want it to be screaming? Like when you walk through the door, you want it to be like, oh,
bright.
I see her. It's bright. I can see everything.
Or
Or do you want a combination of the few?
I would like a combination, but I'm a very busy person, so me taking care of my color.
So low maintenance?
Very low maintenance.
Okay. Are there anything that's an absolute no, or anything that's I gotta have? For example, do you have to have a skunk piece? Do you have to have
face framing or anything?
Face framing?
Okay.
Or is there an absolute no? I don't want to see any orange. I don't want to see any purple. I'm just saying this stuff as examples.
Okay. No, I just want my hair colored, but I do want to be able to maintain it at home.
Okay.
When I can't come to you.
Well, you can't come to me. Okay,
Yes.
no worries. So we want to do something that's low maintenance. And as far as with styling, do you have any styles in mind? Or can I kind of basically do what I want to do?
Now let me ask you this. Can I do something that's like talking really loud but not screaming?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. We can do that. And that's more the type of page I'm on. So,
Okay, yeah.
So you want to do talk, a little scream, but not like, oh my God, what is that? Okay.
Like I want you to show up and see me, but I don't want to fade into the crowd.
Okay.
And maybe the whole maintenance thing is just you telling me like, what
do?
I need to do.
Yeah, absolutely. So at the end of this service, I usually send clients home with the take home package, because the goal is, we already know as African Americans, our hair can be dry, and us putting color on it can make it a little more dry. So what we have to do is we have to be very intentional and moisturizing and at home care. So when we're done with your service, I'm gonna make sure you go home with a nice shampoo. That's gonna be a moisturizing shampoo, and then you're gonna go home with a good leave-in conditioner, a good regular conditioner, and a good moisturizer as well. And that's gonna just ensure that you keep it moisturized and your hair does not fall out during the process. And we just want to make sure when you are going to bed, you're wrapping it up every night. And you can also can't get braids for 6 to 8 weeks after we perform this color service today. Is all of that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
I'm excited.
So I'm excited as well. So from here, we're about to go in. I really haven't decided quite yet what I'm going to do, but at the end of this video, y'all will know what I'm going to do. But from here, we're just going to go ahead and put her in her sections and go ahead and prepare our lightener. And I'm going to tell you what products I'm using for that as well. And we're going to go ahead and get this party started. How that sound?
Yes.
So guys, here I already have my client draped. This is a chemical service, so I want to make sure I'm protecting her during this chemical service. We're going to make this slightly tighter. That's okay? I'm going to go in and I'm going to get my client sectioned out.
How important are the sections?
How important? To me, the sectioning is very... Okay, also, since my client does hair, we're going to also do a little Q&A as if we're in the class as I'm doing her hair. The sectioning is very important because it's what's going to determine your placement. So if you don't section out, you don't really have any direction for your color placement. So where is it falling? So the way I always think about it is when I'm sectioning out, how do I want her color to fall? How does she wear her hair? Does she always wear her part on this side, or does she always wear her part on this side? Or does she wear it versatile? Does she always like it in the middle? Like, because the thing with that is you can play off of their part what you want it to look like. One section here. That's just in her crown area. Usually in this area, I like to mix it up between slice and weaving. On my sides, I have 2 sections. So that's one. This is her middle portion. So basically I cut this in 2, and I usually do diagonal partings in this area. Because I also want to be considerate of if she wear ponytails, these initial ones I usually do as weaving, and then as I go in I switch it up. In this portion, most of the time I could do balayage in this or in foils, but for this video purposes I believe I'm going to do this part balayage because we're going to mix it up. And then on her sides I just have this parted off just as well as I had it on this side. So in total I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 sections, and I'm gonna do one more spin around so you can see her sectioning. Real easy sectioning, guys. Real easy sectioning. So from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get my lightener ready. So today, what I'll be using in my foils is Kenra Color Simply Blonde Beyond Bond. I love this lightener because I love that it has the dual bond complexes already inside. It ensures that my client's hair is not dry after we pull out the foils, and that's always a plus. It also, this one guarantees 9 levels of lift, which we love that because we don't like all that reapplication because that's when it can become damaging. Balayage, I'm going to be using the Simply Blonde by Kenra Colors as well. This is their clay lightener, and this is what we're going to be using for balayaging, okay? This also has the dual bond complex in it as well, so we can ensure that her hair is not dry and brittle at the end of this service. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to mix up my lighteners, and I'm going to let you see the consistency. It will go in with our application. Okay guys, so my client hair she has fine texture. Even though it looks like a lot, it's not a lot. So we're going to go in with this. I'm only going to mix up what I'm using in my foils first, because as we know, once we start mixing, then it does start oxidizing. She's starting off between a level 3 and 4. I know I don't need to use an extreme high developer on her. So today I'm going to go in with 10 volume. Yes, I did say 10 volume. Yes, you can get high levels of lift with 10 volume. You have to know your speed. So if you know you can't get through a head like this, why are you using 40 or why are you using 30? I'm going to use 10 today. So I'm just going to pour that in.
How you know when the consistency is right?
So for me, I don't like my consistency too runny, but I do not like my consistency too thick because I want to ensure that my saturation is very good, and I don't want to have to go in or have spots on my lightened hair. So now this is more the consistency that I like for my foils. Alright guys, so I am going in with my foils. As you can see, I'm doing diagonal parting. My first initial section will be a weaving, because if she pulls her hair up in a ponytail, we would like that to go ahead and blend.
Did you have to hold it to the side for me? So So as I'm going and doing my foils, I'm making sure that my lightener is smooth. I'm not taking too big of sectioning. I'm also feathering up because I don't want harsh lines. Okay guys, so now that I got my first one weaving, I left a section out in between, and now I'm going in and I'm doing a slice. With my slicing, I'm taking very thin slices, and I'm making sure I don't have any harsh lines. I'm going back and I'm feathering it up, and making sure my saturation is really good, because saturation is going to be key in my placement. Because the thing is, what we hate is we hate spots, and we hate when we have to go in and correct, so why not do it right the first time? And then I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to do another slice. But I'm going to make sure to leave about quarter section out in between. And guys, I'm just going to keep doing this up until I get to that crown section. Be sure when you are foiling to close all the corners, because you want to get the maximum amount of lift. And you don't want it to start oxidizing outside of your foils. So I just did a slice. I'm going to leave another quarter section out. About that much. Then I'm going to go in and I'm going to do a weave. And then I'm going to repeat and do that same thing on the opposite side. And y'all, as I can see as I'm doing my client's hair, she did experience a little breakage back in this area. So we're going to give her a really good cut at the end. Angel? You guys remember, we're going back over on this side. You want to leave another quarter-inch parting out. Just about that much. Then I'm going to go in and I'm going to do another weave. So remember, alternating sections is going to ensure that your color is more balanced. Oh yeah, see? They're going in. Oh yes, we brought something. I don't know, I guess you just crossed my mind. You know, you be talking to people, so. I gotta call Chi-Chi for real. And y'all remember, you want to save your body because we only have one. So, if you need your client to move, advise your client, you know, hey, can you adjust for me? Are you able to tilt your head so slightly if it gets uncomfortable? Let me know. Because y'all, guys, we want to make it as comfortable as we can for ourselves. And be sure to feather back up. You don't want those harsh lines. Get this at a timer. Hey Siri, set me a timer for 35 minutes.
35 minutes, starting now.
Now, typically I would have started that first timer with my first foil at 45 minutes, but I know I've been going for maybe 10, so I moved it to 35. As you can see, as I get lightener on my hand, this towel that's hanging out, if I get lightener on my hand, I just kind of wipe it on that towel. Okay guys, so we're going back to that opposite side. I can see where I kind of got my other hair entangled, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to correct this part. Taking it easy. And I just did a weave in, so I'm going to leave out about a quarter inch. And I'm going to do a thin slice.